How to be the best Gran with tips for a Faddy feeder. For parents, it can be a real issue when a child is picky about food, won't eat any greens, or never finishes food, or expresses preferences for junk food and hardly seems to eat enough to keep body and soul together. Is there anything, as a grandparent, that you can do to help? Is there actually a problem? Parents would like kids to eat 3 regular, healthy, well-balanced meals a day. Lots of kids don't eat that way. They like to graze. So assess whether your grandchild is growing, gaining weight, and has enough energy. Then they're probably eating enough. No well child offered a range of nutritious food will willingly starve itself. It might just not eat what the parents want it to eat at the time they want. Your job may be to observe what your grandchild eats during the day and point out to the parents that over a whole day or a couple of days, he or she did actually eat a reasonably healthy amount of reasonably healthy food. And maybe even reassure them about what a faddy feeder they were when they were young. Should children be encouraged to eat up everything on their plate? We certainly were. Do you remember lots of coercion and dark stories about children in China who'd be glad of something that we didn't want to eat? But what's the big deal about a clean plate anyway? Why not suggest that children don't have to finish everything, but they do have to start everything? And then you can introduce new tastes and even introduce food that previously they decided they didn't like. What about snacks between meals? This is usually a problem area. Active and growing children often need a topping up between meals. But if you give too much snack food, of course they won't be hungry at mealtimes. So restrict snacks to modest portions of healthy options like carrot sticks or mini rice cakes, and with enough time before the next meal to allow an appetite to return. Parents and grandparents alike can use snacks as bribery, in-car entertainment, something to reward or distract. This just sets up expectations and bad habits with food for the future. How about sweet treats for dessert? Fine, so long as it isn't seen as an alternative to the main meal. Even the youngest kid is canny enough to hold out for a strawberry fromage frais if it knows it will come eventually. If you make the no pudding until the main meal's been eaten rule, then you must stick to it. Oh, all right, just this time gives a mixed message and confuses everyone. So be consistent about food.